Okay, welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. We just got through the intro part, and now we'll continue on exploring Haven and gathering its quests.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach?
I heard some speak of using the Templars instead.
Oh. I suppose that would work as well.
So that's setting up your decision later on, where you'll have to either seek the mages for their help sealing the breach, or seeking the Templars to gain their help sealing the breach. If you choose one, you bypass the other. I will be choosing the mages because I find that the more interesting storyline. So I've tried both, and I just found that more fun. So let's go talk to Thren.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her.
I'm her.
Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Let's investigate. What is your job?
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Yeah, and that references the first Dragon Age, where the main antagonist was, I mean, aside from the Archdemon and whatever the Blight was, Logan MacTier, who apparently betrayed the Wardens, but did he betray them, or did he not wish to have the rest of his army destroyed? Yeah. I'm glad you believe in him. I like that.
Your loyalty to the man you served is admirable, quartermaster.
Thank you. A lot of people seem to think they know what happened at Ostagar, but I was there. Ten Loghain never betrayed his king. If he'd brought the reinforcements, Darkspawn would have just killed everyone. He did what he had to do to save our country, and we betrayed him. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Yeah, in its own way. The king was kind of foolish in standing with the Wardens anyway, so... Well, I have the iron, but I need to get a logging stand and whatnot, which we'll be getting so momentarily. So let's walk over here. Or have a conversation with Varric.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I'm just glad to be alive.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It hasn't sunk in yet.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Okay, I'm going to talk to him again, because there's a quest I want to get from him. I don't want to forget about it.
Need something?
Talk about Red Lyrium.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered Red Lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
At the end, that's in Dragon Age 2, if you haven't played it. What is it exactly?
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What can it do?
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
But why was it in the temple?
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
That's enough for now.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Should we talk to him again?
Need something?
Well, we've already learned about Red Lyrium, so let's talk the personal questions.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Where are you from?
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
Could you do Liliana's job?
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What books do you write?
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
So, how do you know Cassandra?
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
That's like the entirety of Dragon Age 2. It's like the game is set between like narratives where Cassandra's questioning Varric on what happened and he's telling her a story about it. I have a playthrough series you can watch the entire thing. That's really cool. Let's tell me about the crossbow.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. There's a hidden shop in Kirkwall called the Black Emporium. I found her in a barrel labeled swag. The owner sold her to me for a ham sandwich and a pair of yellow ruffled pants.
Why Bianca?
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Okay, that's it for now.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
And I think that's, let's check again, but I think that's all I want to talk to him
Need
about.
something?
Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to do anything else. Okay, so we're done with him. Okay, oh, we're going to, I think, sell stuff off. Yeah, we're just going to sell stuff off. Quick. There we go. So I have 2 items yet. I think those are, there's a quest, I think. Where is it, Journal Haven? Best and brightest. I don't know. It's not there. You can, some creatures you fight drop, creature materials, whatever. Okay. So, it crashed. So we'll continue on. Hopefully it doesn't happen much.
We cannot stay here.
It hasn't, you know, it hasn't really done a whole lot of.
What does that even mean anymore?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't do too much of that crashing. It's been a pretty stable game for a while after this last few patches and stuff, so hope that's not a thing. Because there was a time early on where it was really buggy during cutscenes, where it would just stall and crash all the time. But then they patched it, and it's pretty solid. And so, here's hoping. I'm just going around gathering elf fruit. I probably should get back to. Let's see here. Put that back on. Let's see here. Weapons. Ooh, valuables. I probably should have done this before selling stuff. Ooh, that can go on. Cassandra. That's a better shield. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Do a little quick save in case it crashes again. Let's see here. We're not going to worry about that so much. Ooh. More elf fruit. As much of that as you can. There we go. There's that. There's this. Oop. This is telling you about the V-Search, which I showed you in the first video. Only this time, there's something really special. This will glow like, hey, there's something nearby. And then when you press V, it gives you a direction of an item that is kind of hidden. So, just ding it this way, and then this way, and this way. And then eventually, boom, you get stuff. So I found some curious notes, which someone will want. Those are all the irons I'm not going to bother with. There's plenty of iron over here. And all the stuff, you know, if you go to a different area, then come back to this area, all the stuff will repopulate, and you just farm it for whatever you need to build things with. Okay. But mainly I want to get a whole lot of elf fruit. Yeah, okay. And logging stand for the quest. So now we can build those swords. Spend a little more time out here. Find the elf root. There's a ram. Hello, ram. Worry not, ram. I do not need to kill you yet. That quest will come later. Okay, that's done. Walk across the lake, which I think is, look how beautiful that is. That is just pretty. Pretty game. You can't imagine what the next one's gonna look like. I suppose when the new Mass Effect comes out, I can take a look at that and play that. I haven't actually played any Mass Effect. Generally not a huge fan of shooters, but I might give it a whirl once I'm done with this playthrough. Just as to trying something new and different. Okay, blacksmith. This is one of the questing stops I have to do. I'm gonna grab all this stuff. Ooh, a schematic.
We're fine, thank you.
Let's talk to Harriet.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
You have any designs?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about stuff. I mean, Princess Coast Arms. Okay, so let's. So I think there's. Let's see. Journal. Haven. Piece by piece. Blacksmith can prove existing armor. Modify some armor. The right armor. Have some armor made. Weapons. Passing notes. So all I have to do is make armor and modify it. Okay, so we're gonna craft some armor because we got the coat. Oop. Crafting, crafting, crafting. So let's see, 63, 63. Well, let's do 63. Termite followed by a heal bonus or spirit resistance. I like the spirit resistance. Walker, okay. So if I look into my inventory. It's a little bit, just a little bit less than my dragon armor. But I have an upgrade. So I can modify the armor. Yeah, okay, so then armor, good arms. For changes. It's a little kludgy. So the arms are this little bit at the bottom. So it gives me a quest, but I don't know if I'm going to wear it because I think this dragon armor will do me until I get tier. These are tier 1 items, and then a little bit into the game you get access to tier 2 and tier 3 items. So I think I'm not going to bother with the staff, crafting a staff, or using this armor because it's slightly less. It does technically have higher. It has that magic defense and spirit resistance because it has those coat arms. So it's got more things and slightly less armor. That's a little bit cooler. And this is just a coat and not like a long coat thing. I'm gonna keep the light armor of the dragon. I'm gonna save that for Solus. What does Solus have? Oh, that's much better. We'll give that to Solus, since I don't think I can give the dragon armor to Solus, because I think it's me only, I think. Ellie only, so it's a restriction. So only I can wear this, but I can give Solus the other one, so I will do that. There we go. Okay, so, what else? Okay, so, armor. No one can wear the cowl yet. Not until 6th level. Accessories, no accessories. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead. And this is where you can buy the Tactician's Renewal for a gold. So I will buy that. I'll sell the rest of my stuff. And then I am going to respec. Boom, back. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Power. So, 4 points. I want this and I want that. And I'll apply that. 2 more points. So I'm going to grab Fade Step. And then I'm going to get Emoliate. Apply that because that's that cool area effect. That's probably the only fire spell I will get in the game. Because I found these other things to be not really worth. This is all about fear and panic, and that just causes enemies to run away in a chaos, and I'd rather not have that. Don't want to chase down guys. The only one in the winter that I like is Stillness. It gives you like extra mana when you're standing still, and it's difficult. You can't really cast any spells on the move, so this is fine. This works. This is good. And here's Winter's Grasp, which I will probably get these 2, and then that's, you know, maybe I'll play around with the Walls of Ice and the Ice Mines later on, just for a tactical whatever. But that's after everything else I want to get. So yeah, I don't know. I also want to get, like I said, I have these 2. I have the fire. I think I want to get, next level I want to get the Winter's Grasp. And then after that, the next levels after that, I want to go down and get Mind Blast. And probably Spirit of Strength as well. Get these 4 after that. And then we'll look into the cold and or specializations after that. Because there's also the class specializations that don't get. The one that most arguably is the most broken in the game, which is the Knight Enchanter. So, yeah, there's that. So we talked to Varric. Let's go talk to Solus. And had conversations with Solus. I think with this playthrough, I mean, you can... One of the appeals of Dragon Age is the romances. And I think with this romance, I will romance Solus. I like Solus. So we're going to try to get his most approval if we can. And,
the chosen of Andraste, the blessed heroes sent to save us all.
Sounds dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
Bruce.
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
You study ancient ruins?
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
How can you sleep there?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by Chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Ooh, you can trust me.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Yay, let's talk to him again. I'll do a save.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You think it survived?
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
I agree.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
Going to investigate. Tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
I respect you.
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Yay. Why study the Fade?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
That sounds dangerous.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
Clearly, you woke up.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I hope that works.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
You like my side benefits? Woohoo.
Indomitable focus.
Presumably, I have yet to see it dominated. I imagine that the sight would be fascinating.
Where have you studied?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefields?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Wisdom and purpose.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
Those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's amazing.
I'm impressed that you can become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Ooh, let's do this. Flirt, 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 flirt.
You have an interesting way of looking at the world, Solus.
I try. And that isn't quite an answer.
I look forward to helping you make new friends.
That should be... well...
Well,
That isn't quite an answer either. We'll talk later.
goodbye.
is that it? That all I want? Let's take a look. Let's try one again.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, yep. Fade, maybe? Let's talk about Fade.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
Tell me about the breach.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster in an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
Tell me about the veil.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
That sounds marvelous because I want to, keep him on my good
Sounds like
side.
It would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality, where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful, and the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
Demons?
I'd like to know more about demons.
Your Dalish say the demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Can we change that?
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, there's one last thing in here where you talk about elves. It's a little awkward because I'm an elf, but many of the choices there cause him to be disappointed in you.
We'll talk
So I'm going to hold off on that for a bit. Because we're doing well. We're flirting. We're having a good time. We're going to move on. Okay, so this is where you upgrade potions. This is where you equip the
Secret
potions.
Arthur's told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrid he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
So this is where you equip and upgrade potions, and this is also where you deliver those notes.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
We've met.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I've had better. Oh, thank you.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Need any help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Oh, these then.
You said you thought Master Tajin was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Let's see here. Investigate. So now we got delirium potion recipe, which I never use because I don't really think it does anything well. Great. You're a bit cranky.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
How are things?
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Okay. How do I order potions? Well,
How
think
do I
know
go
this.
about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Yeah, those conversations, a lot of the conversations in this game are a little vague, as then like, go over there and do it, and I can whatever, and all of that. So, equip potions. So here, everyone gets potions. This locked area is unlocked by a perk, which, because I play on a relatively casual playstyle, I don't really need to unlock it. So I generally don't unlock those things. I find myself having a spare perk. Maybe I will do that. But for now, I will give everyone regeneration potions. So I have 26. Elfroot. This is why you need lots of Elfroot. This to give yourself these things and to improve them later on. Again, because I play in a casual playstyle, these are not really all that needed. But I like having them there just in case.
Let me know
I
if
might
you need
decide. I might decide to go into a more difficult area. Conversation's done. Let's turn in
How do you think they'll close that huge hole in the sky?
acquisitions, weapons, craft. Nice. Receive a power. Okay, so back. There. Weapons done.
Mages probably made that damn breach.
So when you open it up, and so all there's left is War Room and Threat Remains and stuff like that. So let's get going.
Too many wounded. Not enough bandages to go around. Stop.
And so we continue the main plot. I love how things just pop in.
Does it trouble you?
Not anymore. Thumbs up.
It's stopped spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
That sounds like fun.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Those are impressive titles, yeah.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Well, that was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Herald of Andraste.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, they're wrong.
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So I'm the problem? The breach doesn't worry them? Yeah, 3 of the breach. Around. Boom.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
That could be true. No, I'll just talk to her.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
So then, here's the war table, where you get to do all kinds of missions and whatever that other people do. But we just go ahead and just select this, and secrets, we'll do that. Then we get a little cutscene that aren't in the other areas you unlock. So I guess this is just showing you, hey, what's going on? We got Templars and mages. I was actually quite confused as to about what was going on, about who are these people, without realizing, hey, those are Inquisition. And that's actually Scout Harding, which we were like introduced to her before this cutscene, so we kind of knew what she was about, but like outside, like everyone else. That would have been nice. Like, oh, you're Scout Harding. I do scouting. Okay, area unlocked. I'm gonna accept the report, and then, yeah, let's go ahead and venture forth. We don't really need anything else here. Just grab our party. And confirm. I think through this playthrough, my main party is going to be Bull, Varric, of course, Solus, because romance option, and me. So 2 mages, a dwarf, 2 elves, an elf, 2 elves, 2 mage elves, dwarf, rogue, and Kunari, tank. Because I like Bull. Bull's awesome.
Herald of Andraste.
Hey.
I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
You heard stories about me?
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
No time indeed. Ooh, everyone's leveled up, so let's go ahead and level them up. Varric, he gets 2 points, so I'm going to put them into his crossbow. Let's see, that's damage from elevation, and that do more damage to enemies that are only lightly wounded. Cassandra, we'll put her in. I'll give her where Bear mauls the wolves, where it can't be flanked, and turn to both where more ranged attack defense. So apply that. So that's that. Solus. Okay, we're going to give him, again, the magic there, and I'll give him this magic here too. Yeah. So he has those 2. He has frost, so I need to give him fireball yet, and then we'll put him on the spirit tray. Him I'm going to fill out with everything, I think. Ellie, okay, yeah, we're all leveled up now. Okay, so one annoying part about this game, I think, is the whole requisitions thing. With the people, they could come with you with like, hey, here's a requisition, and like they're always random. They're always, they're never ending. There's no set amount. You just do them as you get them, but they use up crafting stuff, so I generally don't. And you get plenty of power if you play through thoroughly, so I generally don't do them anymore. I just they're a waste of resource, I think, or the resources that you spend on them are better spent on crafting things, improving potions and stuff like that. Oh wait, that's not where I want to go. I'm thinking ahead. So here's a quest where it's something about going to a place or something.
That may be worth investigating.
Yeah. Okay, porcelain cameo. Now we go down.
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby.
Yeah, this dragon armor is pretty fancy. dead people. It's unfortunate that they use the same pattern
Inquisition
for...
forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Yeah, this dragon armor, it's the same model whether you're wearing light, heavy, or medium armor. And so that's a little disappointing. I wish they would have given you... I mean, granted, you know, it's...
We are not apostates.
Resources are limited.
They care, Seeker.
Resources are limited. Ooh. Ooh, let's do the fireball. Ooh, and it's telling me, hey, it's an area effect spell. Ooh. I like having the options. Oh. There we go. Oop. Ooh. Fancy. Oh. Boom. Okay. So this way.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Boom! Yeah, that's my usually one too. Is yeah, let's get with bam. Ooh, I just raised a level. Can I change it in mid thing? Nope, I can't change it while I'm fighting. This is the guy with the shield where everything just bounces off. And we're... Ooh, there we go. Four. Ooh. And I hate these defending shield guys because you have to get behind them. More challenging.
It's done.
It's done. Good job, guys. Defeated the bad guys. Or the selfish guys. Deluded. Cassandra's shields are as weird. Taking a drink. Yes, I know it's the Inquisition. I'm the Inquisition.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
I don't want them to. Yep.
Not through any choice of mine.
We seldom have much say in our fate, I'm sad to say.
So you agree with them?
I don't presume to know the Maker's intentions, for any of us. But I did not ask you to come simply to debate with me.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Don't you support the Chantry?
But don't you stand with the rest of the Chantry?
With no divine, we are each left to our own conscience, and mine tells me this. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Will that work?
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
That won't be easy.
You make it sound simple.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Okay, well, that's a good stopping point, I
Corporal
think.
Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Alright, okay, so next time we'll speak with Corporal Vale and start the Hinterlands in earnest. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.